some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. So Penn State's offense will get first crack at it here. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right read.
There he goes! He's at the 30. He's at the... and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Georgia's offense will go to work for the first time. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wants to throw again. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Boy, he looked as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field.
The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his target down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Second down coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion.
Touchdown, Dogs! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. And you think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After losing yardage, it's second and 12. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. He's got him still on his feet. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. These two guys, they just... and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Snap from the gun on third down. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Fires left. He's got it. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to throw again. Unloads to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Gets away from one, finds room. It's a seam wide open. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Man, that's a really nice job executed by this offense. 3rd down, defense expecting pass. They had a plan. Quarterback drops back, gets rid of the football. Nice job after the catch, and a great job setting up a 1st and goal for this offense.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw if guys are open vertically down the field.
Picked off! What a play to set him up!
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. DB's right up on the receivers. He's got the tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Here's the pressure. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He slings it deep to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls out.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Safe completion on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. That's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Bringing the heat. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens.
The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense, and I'm...
Dashes him in the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Looking downfield. Found the spot in the defense. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Right back to him on the ground. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. They pick up a 5. And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. He'll try to get it through the air. Got the back over the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's got an open man. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Picks up the first down. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Just a little off. Incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Got a man. It's Graves.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. To the ground to try to move the chains. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. 4th down and a field goal is not going to help much. They'll try to keep the drive alive by converting here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Makes him talk to the hand. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Give to the running back. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out. If they're going to cut into this deficit, let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Going right and going deep. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Complete in the middle. They bring it down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Fires to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Just keep slinging it. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The snap sets up the throw. Swings it out to the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to find the end zone. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting the score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
The handoff, keep working on that clock.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll give it to the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every